Hi, hello, and in today's video, I will be redrawing some old art. I thought I would display this. I drew this. I was trying to replicate Nitrix's art style. I'm not going to do that again because I ended up having to rush this video a little bit because I drew late, which is on me completely because I could have started earlier, but I didn't. So I had to finish this in 2 days. I still think it turned out pretty good, but I didn't do such a complex and beautiful detailed art style. I just went with my own with a little bit of inspiration from it. But yeah, when I took this to the art competition, I did want to just say also, first, if you like my art, you should like and subscribe. If you like my videos and you're already subscribed, you should comment so that other people can get boosted and see my art if you like it. Okay, now on to the actual drawing. This is based off of a drawing she did in one of her videos, or one of their videos, so I wanted to make sure I mentioned them so that somebody doesn't be like, oh, it's based on this. Yes, I know, high school Mia. Okay, basically middle school Mia. Freshman year Mia did this. I don't remember. Anyway, this was a real awkward phase in my art where I was trying to learn how to paint, but I did not know how to paint. Hence the complete lack of texture, which during the art competition, one of the judges gave me the critique that I needed more texture. And I was like, I've already added texture. Look, there's a little bit of a blood stain on the paw. Or ketchup stain. Which, yeah, I'm too tired for that. I was more focused on how great I did the lighting, which the lighting is really simple. So I don't know why I was so proud of myself. Not saying that other people shouldn't be proud of themselves. I'm just looking back. I'm like, wow, this was actually quite simple and easy. And I thought this was so hard back then. But I think it's because I rendered the crap out of the background without really needing to. For this one, I'm adding in the background, but I'm not putting too much into it because I know it's going to get blurred off away anyway. I'm also not putting line art in the background because I also know it'll probably get blurred away anyway. But this is just a circus. I don't remember the original concept. I do know the original-ish concept for this was a circus freak animal that was like artificially made into a circus freak, so it had parts stitched on and stuff like that, and so I went with that. I ended up calling this piece the false chimera because it looks like a chimera, but it's not. So yeah, for the actual background, I just did what I normally do for paintings like these, where I render over black. Generally, this works out for me pretty well, especially when I'm trying to get extra texture and like making it look like it's painted. I did try to make sure, because what I did was, instead of just putting in the stands, because most circuses and stuff have like a wall and then the seats and then the inside of the circus, so I added in that wall and I painted it the red and white circus colors. For the colors I did for the chimera, I stuck with the same colors I did from the first one. They are washed out to all high hell because I used so many light tools on the beam. And I also wanted to do a different pose that wasn't very obviously using the symmetry tool. So I still wanted it to be sitting. I also wanted to add a chain to show that this is like it doesn't want to be here. It's being chained down. You'll see that though. I already saw it in the sketch. But for the colors, I just used these colors and then I added some more depth to them by adding darker colors and lighter colors like to the fur and stuff. And for the wings, I've very much improved on drawing wings and all that fun stuff. They don't look like chandeliers anymore because that's what my wings used to look like, were chandeliers. I figured out after how many years of drawing to how to draw wings, so I did it. And then I forgot the blue paw, but I added it at the very end just so we are clear. And I still wanted them to have the clown outfit because I think it fits that this giant majestic animal is being held down and forced to wear this stupid costume and for people to gawk at, which was the idea. So this is gonna harper back to my last video. I'm thinking about adding this, maybe not as like a permanent character, probably more like a boss. So yeah, that might come up because I really like the concept of this character, and I also like the concept that if you fought this character in a game, if you broke its chain, instead of killing it, it would just leave because it doesn't want to be there and it doesn't even want to be fighting you in the first place. It's just stuck having to do that. And so when you break its chain, it's just gonna like fuck off. I like the idea of that. For the texture, I added fur texture. The other one, I didn't realize how sanitized it looked. In my mind, when I remembered this drawing, I was like, wow, I did all of this extra shading, and I really, looking at it, and looking at other artwork I did at the time, I didn't really shade it all at this time. I used airbrush shading, but like very lightly because I knew airbrush shading was like in quotations bad. God, the art community is a strange place. And so it just didn't look like I shaded anything because I wanted to be painterly, but I had no clue how to start. And becoming painterly it's a weird, awkward process of learning how to digital paint. And you're in the awkward phase for a really long time before you finally like sit down and figure it out. Like, my art looked real weird for like probably 2 years before I finally figured out how to render. And that's around the time I started my YouTube channel, is when I figured out how to render, actually. So it hasn't been that long since I've figured it out. And so obviously there are people who know how to do it and they learn how to do it immediately, but I do know there's a weird process, and there's always usually 90% of the time there's an awkward stage. Even for the best artists, even like me, there's an awkward stage in proportions and everything. Because even though it's just, you always have it. Everybody has it at some point where they look back and they're like, that looks strange. And not even just strange, I don't know how to, strange. Because when I look at this and my memory after trying so hard into it and putting in all this texture, and there's no texture, and I know why the lady at the art competition told me there was no texture. It's like wild. It's like I made up memories. And then I did make some edits to this creature. I changed the wing color to more be like a blue, like the same blue on the paw, because I thought it coordinated better. I also made the stitched on tail a giant lizard tail, because a chimera is a mix of a bunch of different animals, and so I wanted to add that to the wings of a hawk or whatever, the tail of a giant lizard or a dragon, and the body of a wolf. I didn't change the head, because this is deep down, this is still a wolf with wings. I just added a little extra spice to it. And I wasn't going to change not anything wolf related, but I wasn't going to change the head or anything. I wasn't trying to change this too dramatically. I was just trying to make it more stitched up. And because this was for an art competition where I had to recreate the art style of an artist I really looked up to, that's why I tried to do Nitrix's art style, and I fell flat on my face. Most people fall flat on their face. Even now, if I tried to do that art style, I'd probably fall flat on my face because they are just the most amazing artists ever. Yeah, so I tried to add, like I said, that, and I added more blood. There isn't a lot. I did add some blood coming out of the mouth because I like to think that this character is generally not healthy, because the way I designed the chain is the chain actually, it's not a collar. It into the wolf's or the chimera's throat, and basically it's too painful for it to even try to break the chain, which is how the chain works, just to make it more edgy and fucked up, to let my little 14-year-old dreams come true. I really like how this came out. Genuinely, for something I did in 2 days, lickety split, maybe 6 hours between 2 days where I rushed my ass off. I think I did really good for this. I really like how it turned out. I was trying to rectify the texture thing really hard, as hard as I possibly could, because of that judge's thing just stays in my mind. I think it lives in my mind rent-free, because ever since I've really figured out how to render, I've been I texture everything. And before I knew how to do that, I'd find texture. Oh, look, I need jeans. Tick, 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 tick. Oh, look, here's the jean texture. Let me put that on the jeans. I think that scarred me for life. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you guys want me to redraw some more old art, I'm up for it. I want to get back to my roots of redrawing stuff because I haven't done it in such a long time because I got burnt out of it and I ran out of old stuff. But I'm finding a bunch of I found some old stuff I'd actually be okay with doing again, and I do like these videos because I like seeing my improvement. It's motivating because I haven't been motivated to draw for a while. To be like, oh wow, look at how far I've grown as an artist from way back when. That's so neat. I love that. Yeah, and if anyone else is like experiencing a hard time drawing, sometimes that helps too. It might backfire on you, but 90% of the time it works. At least for me, or for me 100% of the time, but for some people 90% of the time. Because some people go, oh, or some people think they've gotten worse. When you don't get worse, it's just different. Like, you're always just different. Like, I wouldn't consider one, like, art isn't exactly a linear progression. It's like a curly straw. And you have your ups and down moments when you can't draw something, and then you can, and then you can't draw it again because you forgot, or like you haven't done it in so long. I don't think I need to practice drawing action poses because I haven't done it in so long that I think I'm like starting to forget how to pose things. But on the flip side of that, I'm getting way better at drawing animals. Like this wolf looks like this chimera looks like a wolf. Its body looks like a wolf. Its wings look really good. But on the other flip of the coin, like a person, like I've been getting shittier at drawing poses, and I need to get my like handle back on that. So yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a ton of fun drawing this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.